Rest in peace to one of the greats, Dwight Qawi. Those of you guys who do not know who Qawi is, think of a style very similar to Joe Frazier. We're going to be discussing some of the elements of his game, as well as some of the ways that Holyfield here was able to take advantage of the style. Now, this fight is one of the legendary matches between him and Holyfield. He made this a dog fight, and we're going to take a look at it. Let's check it out. Before we do, go ahead and check out the Patreon campaign. It's a huge help for the show. Thanks. First, let's discuss the Frazier dip. So we're going to let the sequence play out. Here, we're going to see Holyfield throwing a flurry, and we see a bunch of kind of dipping, crouching movements from Qawi, and then he responds back. Now, the sequence that we're going to look at here, we're going to see the 1-2, left hook, and now we see this posture. Now, depending on where Qawi's feet are, this is a great example of how, why, when you can break the rules. So there are times where we see this Frazier dip right here that is by the textbook understood as poor posture, poor footwork, because you're allowing your head and your gut to travel over top of your feet. Now, this instance isn't as bad. This is a great camera angle, so I wanted to include this, but it still kind of bears this principle. You can break rules. That's okay, so long as you understand that you're breaking rules, and then you're able to recover from these positions. Now, the great part of these Frazier dips that we're going to see here are pulling the head up and down and then also back out in this plane makes it very difficult to predict where the head position is going to be. So let's check this flurry out right here. We're going to see Qawi is going to pull his head away from the right uppercut. We see Holyfield touch with the jab, but from that low position where the jab touched, we're going to see Qawi pull his head to a high position, which makes the right hand miss. And then from here, we're going to see Qawi take his head off closer towards the ref right here, and then he's going to start his counter offense. So let's check this out again. So the 1-2 left hook it in, and then we're going to see this constant moving of the head position and then the counter fire. Let's check out another example. Now, this angle may not be as great as the first angle, but it's going to teach us two things. The Frazier dip, especially in connection with several dips, in response to a flurry, the head does two things. One, it can roll underneath a shot, or two, it can roll with a shot. So let's check this out. So here, we're seeing Qawi get clipped with the left hook, and then from here, let's check this out. Now we're going to see Holyfield start a flurry, and right here. So left hook gets in, and then the head position is going to dip underneath it. So he's going to roll under the shot. Now, he is going to drop his head position. More or less, this is going to be taking his head down with the momentum of the shot, and then he comes up in a roll. Now he's going to come underneath the left hook, and now he's again going to take his head with the momentum of that right hand and come up. Left hook is going to come in. He attempts to roll, but I think he gets just underneath that left hook. Now he's going to get underneath the right hand, underneath the left hook again, underneath the right hand. Now he pulls back away from the left hook, dips to the inside of Holyfield's right hand, and now when he comes up, he's going to do what's a great decision to stop Holyfield's momentum, which is start firing back. So let's check out the sequence one more time. We're going to see these left hooks start to land, and from here, now we're going to start to see Qawi start the Frazier dips, and again, several of these dips and head movements. Obviously, it's a huge crowd pleaser, but again, keeping in mind two general defenses is rolling your head underneath the shot, or if the shot is coming in from one side, you're taking your head down and away from the shot, and then you can roll. And then again, we're going to finish stop that momentum by throwing your counter offense. While we're talking about head movement, let's look at how Qawi is able to hide shots inside of his head movement. So from here, he's going to get touched with the left hook. He's going to take his head off to the right. And now from here, he takes his head off to the left, just inside of Holyfield's jab. Now, look at what happens when he comes up out of this position. He's going to lift slightly and pull to his right, getting his head away from his left arm here. This is going to give his left arm room to load up the left hook that's going to clip right behind the glove. So again, kind of that weighting movement from left to right here. So we're in the right position, left position, and then as he comes across, he's going to unhook that left arm from his chest and then throw just behind the glove. Now, by no means is Qawi as left side dominant as Joe Frazier was, but there's a few sequences I want to discuss that are talking about the left hook, and if you guys are infighting style athletes, these are great tools to be using to land the left hook. So from right here, we're going to see Qawi with that head on the inside. We see Holyfield throw a left hook, and we see a little bit of an exchange body shot, left hook, and now look at this right hook from Holyfield. As the hook hits, it's technically going to land, but we're going to see Qawi as it lands. He's going to pull his head away, and he's going to take advantage of this open space above the hooking shoulder of Holyfield. So from here, as it lands, he rolls with the shot and then throws his own looping left hook over top of that open shoulder. So again, let's check this out. We're going to see the two athletes exchange a couple shots. And from here, we see a left hook. As the right comes in, he rolls with it and then throws a right of his own. A good guy to watch for this is earlier days of Murajan Akhmadaliev, who is going to be fighting Naoya Inoue coming up. He used to play this. I believe there's some sparring footage where you can see really, really great angles of Akhmadaliev getting clipped with a shot, but rolling his head. And as he rolls his head with a shot, he's going to throw a follow-up shot of his own over top of that shoulder of the offending athlete. Next, let's discuss how he lands the left hook outside of the vision window of Holyfield. Now, this is a great way to land the left hook, especially on taller guys. Now, a little bit of the background for those of y'all who don't know, Qawi was 5'6", 5'6.5", and he's going up against guys like Holyfield, who I don't even remember his height, but quite a bit taller. So at 5'6", he's just a very compact, thicker built boxer, but you can imagine he's not going to be able to keep someone at the end of his jab. His game is to pressure forward, get to the inside, and get to work. Now, if you have a game similar to that, a great tool is using your looping shots when you're in close to fire outside of that vision window. So let's check this out right here. We're going to see Qawi with the head in tight, and look at where that left hook comes from. It comes all the way from the hip and is going to land. So let's check this one more time. So from here, we see the head position. This left hook comes in, and look how low the left arm of Qawi is. Now, imagine a taller Holyfield having to be able to perceive where that left shot is coming from. It's only going to be in his vision about here. But at this point here, the momentum of that shot has already picked up, and he's going to have a really tough time trying to react in such a small window of time. So again, firing outside of that vision window by going from this low position is a great way to take advantage of tall guys when you're on the inside. Now, how does a good guy respond to pressure? He's going to circle out, which is what we have been taught to do. So check this out right here. Let's look at how Qawi takes advantage of Holyfield doing the right thing. So he's going to pressure. Holyfield feels himself on getting close to the ropes right here. He's going to throw that 1-2. Now look at what happens. That 2 has been launched. Look at this open space right here as he exits out towards his right. We're going to see the left hook come in as he is exiting. So again, this is a great way to take advantage of someone exiting by firing offense in that same, like coming from that same direction. So let's check this out one more time. We're going to see the stalking from Qawi. We see the 1-2, and as he exits, he's going to get clipped with the left hook. Again, try to think about, okay, are they exiting right? Let me throw some offense from their right side, which will essentially pull them into my own offense. So this is a little bit of a long sequence, but I'm going to just let it rock because it's a great look at the pressuring and smothering of Qawi. Now, I don't think he is as versatile with the pressure as someone like Frazier, who kept his head moving a little bit more and had a little bit more like false advances or distance feints, things like that. Whereas we see Qawi kind of just keeps his head on the line and more or less uses it as a battering ram as he moves forward. And from there, he starts going for the body, and he'll make some shots upstairs as well. That said, this is a really difficult form of pressure to deal with because Qawi just understands, hey, I'm going to get hit, and I'm going to get close enough to hit you too. And someone that is 5'6", getting underneath you like that and getting that head position, just battering into you, it takes a toll, and we actually see throughout the course of this fight how much it winds up taking a toll on Holyfield. Now, those of you guys who are trying to pressure, again, perhaps there's a little bit smarter ways to do this. Again, rest in peace to the champ, but I believe he passed of dementia, and I note that to say you can do this type of strategy with taking a little bit less punishment. But that said, it is a very, very tiring strategy to deal with, and can make guys wilt over time. Now, let's check out how Holyfield responds to this. Now, again, we're going to see Qawi pressure, and we see Holyfield responding by throwing short shots on the inside and also a lot of circling. Now, pressure is really good if you can back the guy straight up, but when the guy's constantly changing angles on you, that forces you to reorient your stance so you can continue to advance on them at that new angle that they've taken. In addition to this, we saw Holyfield using that jab and really sticking it and keeping Qawi at the end of the jab. So using these strategies together can make it difficult and allow you to score on guys who are playing this heavy pressure battering ram strategy. Again, rest in peace to one of the G's. Thank you all so much for watching. If you guys would like some more info on how to fight on the inside, be proactive, and start manipulating your opponent, check out the Wrestling for Boxing series that we're putting up on the Patreon. It's going to be a huge help to get you guys active and start using tie-ups in order to manipulate the opponent. And also, it's a huge help for the show. I appreciate it, y'all. Thanks.